Om Om Sadashiva Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Pariyanta Vande Guru Parampara Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheswara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavahavahi Tejasvinavadhetamastu Mahavidyushavai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please let me know whether net is working perfectly or not. If not working, then I can change the. Okay, it is working. Okay, perfect. So because I see some slag, so that's right. Fantastic. Verse number 1. Arjuna Uvacha Ye Sastra Vidhimutsuriya Yajante Sradhayanvitaah Tesam Nishtha Ka Krishna Sattvamaho Rajastamaha Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Trividha Bhavati Shraddha Dehinam Sa Swabhavaja Sattviki Rajasi Chaiva Tamasi Chetitam Sruno Sattvanurupa Sarvasya Shraddha Bhavati Bharata Shraddha Mayoyam Purushaha Yo Yat Shraddha Saeva Saha. So already we have seen up to this. So ya yat shraddha sa eva saha. So that means you can say very carefully, as the person thinks, so also the person becomes. That's why, based on my shraddha, I shape my character. And later on, that becomes my personality. That's why this verse number 3 becomes important verse for us. And especially the way I develop myself, the way I grow is related to my Shraddha. So in fact, I am none other than my Shraddha. Clear? That's why from the beginning itself, Lord Krishna highlighted, Shraddhavan lavate jnanam iti. So the one who is ended with Shraddha, only that person gains knowledge, not anybody else. So let me not get into too much, or else we'll get stuck here. Continuing. Yajante sattvika devan yaksha rakshamsi rajasa pretan bhutaganaschanye yajante tamasa jana. Now, Lord Krishna very carefully here addresses this illiterate people, okay? So who are the illiterate? What sort of illiteracy here? So scriptural illiteracy. So hold on that point very carefully. Because as I have been highlighting, this scriptural illiteracy is the most dangerous thing to happen in one's own life. Especially when a person is so-called literate, educated, and scriptural illiteracy is there. Is it dangerous for one's own self and for the society? Because of lack of Shraddha, mainly, you know what complication happens, you know better. It's like a vehicle who can run 500 miles per hour, not kilometers, okay? 500 miles per hour, but without brake. Excellent body condition, excellent, everything is top, but no brake. Will you like to get into that car? Even if as a driver, will you like to drive? And of course, if somebody drives, you're a nearer one, dearer one, and he requests you, look, the best car, come. You will say, okay, please, we'll meet in heaven, okay, not here. How? So this mainly is being addressed to this scripturally illiterate people. Now, if we look at a person is born with any one type of Shraddha, either Sattvic Shraddha or Rajasic Shraddha or Tamasic Shraddha. And interestingly, we have been already discussed, and this will be discussing also, that Shraddha cannot be perceived. When I cannot perceive my mind, how can I perceive my monodharma? Impossible. So only it can be inferred, number one. So why I want to infer? So what is the purpose? So purpose is that to know whether I am having this tamasic Shraddha, Rajasic Shraddha or Sattvic Shraddha. If I come to know that I am having Sattvic Shraddha, it is well and good. Let me nourish. It's not that let me leave it, okay? It is not going to work. It's like a plant. So as long as you take care of your plant, that long plant grows, or else it will either grow wildly or it will die. Both are not healthy. Suppose I am having Rajasic Shraddha. So gradually, carefully, I have to improve, I have to change. I'm using this word gradually and carefully, not overnight. And if I discover I am having Tamasic Shraddha, I need to drop then and there. Because with reference to Tamasic Shraddha, I cannot say, look, let me handle, let me manage, let me go about. It doesn't work. So with this background, we also need to see, let us say, how to define whether I am having Sattvic Shraddha, Rajasic Shraddha or Tamasic Shraddha. So if, of course, the verse number 4 and 5 will be talking especially Rajasic and Tamasic Shraddha, but we can understand before. We can take 3 informations. So the first information I would rather say, because these are the parameters. Through these parameters, one can infer whether I am having sattvic shraddha or rajasic or tamasic. So first we define as object of worship. So when we say object of worship, this is called devata. So which devata I worship? So such a beautiful point to observe. Because except Hinduism, and of course earlier days religion, because all religion got into confusion, especially when the Christianity came. Because Christianity became a structural religion. And prior to Christianity, actually the first structural religion was, we cannot call as a religion, but now it is a religion called Buddhism. So Buddhism was first structural missionaries. Remember, the missionaries' name have been hijacked by Christians. Actually, they are not missionaries. The real missionaries are called whom? Buddhist. That's why Sangham Saranam. What is Sangham? That you need to surrender, you need to follow the mission, the organization, the group. It's amazing, okay? Nobody talks that. Let me not get into too much. That's another subject, okay? Because nobody talks. Everybody has projected Buddhism differently because it's a convenient religion. And especially those who are fed up of, especially present day, those who are fed up of Christianity. And of course, all the Hinduism because of some other dogma and other things. So Buddhism is, called escapism. However, let us not get into. Because in Hinduism, and of course, prior to this Christianity, let us say more than 2000-year-old all religion, we had several types of gods, devatas. Starting from water, sun, tree, animal, anything, everything was God. Because why I'm highlighting this point? Because they will say, hey, look, in Hinduism, don't you get confused? There are so many gods. Your monkey god, and also some translate. Your monkey god means Hanuman is called monkey god. Okay. Yes, yes. In you monkey there is there. Okay. That's why. This is a translation. And thank God. This is what we have. This is what the Shraddha is classified. We don't have any problem. So based on my Shraddha, is not only Shraddha, I am completely Sattvic, I am completely Rajasic, I am completely Tamasic. The variation can be here and there, you understand? The permutation and combination is so vast. You can choose any deity according to your Shraddha. So that's why we have multiple deities. 330 million deities we have. Okay, 33 crores. So 330 million. Don't worry. We are very happy with them. Okay. So, first we say that the object of worship. So, which devata you are worshipping? I always highlight in earlier classes. Suppose a man or woman is naturally attracted to Kali. This is just an example sake, okay? A man or woman is, naturally attracted to Kali. Definitely, that person will be aggressive. I'm not talking good or bad, okay? Has to be aggressive. There is no choice. Because the way you relate with the deity, accordingly, you will have the qualities in you. So each deity that one relates, it matters. That's why I say if you always relate with Madonna, you will not have any other choice other than crying all the time, okay? What choice you have? Mother Mary, okay? Madonna means Mother Mary. Because poor lady only crying, 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 and we have a crying lady also a statue, okay? People go crazy to see that. This is my version, okay? Don't worry. So each deity, in short, when we relate, accordingly, our Shraddha is reflected. So in short, the object of worship is number one. He will classify, I don't want to get into. The second, I would like to say, the mode of worship. Because these are the 3 points you have to remember. Object of worship. Second is mode of worship. So we have several modes. So whether you are following mantra, you are following tantra, you are following yantra, whether it's Bhamachara, Dakshinachara in tantra, whether it's Lokachara, you understand? There are various things to be observed. In fact, in Tamil Nadu, there is a big confusion by one of the group. We don't want to follow Sanskrit. Because last, especially, let us say 50 years, Tamil Nadu has gone completely against of Sanskrit. Because of political agenda. Let me not get into too much. But they highlighted, why should we do puja in temple in Sanskrit? So we must train, we must prepare in Tamil. And Tamil is the mother of Sanskrit. It's another crazy idea, okay? And the problem is, even if so-called learned people in Tamil Nadu, when they are in Tamil Nadu, they will also say, or at least they will keep quiet. They will never open it. No, Tamil is the language. How can it be? And most part is in Tamil Nadu, they think they are not part of India. They are independent of India. It's very sad. That's why any Tamil people, when they travel out of Tamil Nadu, literally they are, what you know, fish out of water. I'm not telling you jokes. Maximum of Tamil people, they prefer to travel overseas than India, other part of India. They don't prefer. Because I'm highlighting here the mode of worship. That's why I stretch. So whether it's right or wrong, because how can you? There are certain things. They will say, no, Tamil also is equally condensed. You can use, Swamiji, you do not know Tamil. First of all, you are not able to pronounce the word Tamil. So that's why you are wrong. So you have to twist your tongue properly to say Tamil. I'm not, but what I'm highlighting here is the mode of worship also is related to Shraddha. And the third, last one is called motive behind also denotes my Shraddha. So you can say object of worship, mode of worship, motive behind my worship. Interestingly, if we understand, generally motive is not being talked here, but only these two are talked, but motive we know. How? You can see how in Sanskrit we do it. When you do sankalpa, what you do? This is called motive. Mamopata samasta duritakshay dwara Sri Parameswara Prityartham. So this part is related to what? Sattvic aspect. It's very nicely, carefully is being done. Then comes Dharma, artha, kama, moksha, siddhyartham, ishta, kamyartham, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You add your things. That comes rajasic. So that means in Sankalpa itself, we highlight first Sattvic Shraddha. So the foundation is Sattvic. And for my transaction, I need Rajasic. Please, oh God, you have to take care. Can you see this carefully? So this motive is regularized, or you can say regulated through the process. Whereas when you adopt your own process, like in Tamil Nadu, they use the Tamil. This motive may or may not be regulated carefully. This is my point to highlight, nothing else. So whether it's right or wrong, that's none of my business, and I am not eligible or right person to comment either. So when this is being taught, now with this background, let us look at the verse, okay? So he says, look, yajante sattvika deva yaksha rakshamsi rajasaha pretan bhutagananscha anye yajante tamasa janaha. So this particular verse highlights that three types of people. Those who are endowed with Shraddha do worship differently. So yajante sattvika janaha. So sattvikaha. So those who are sattvic people, yajante, they do worship. So whom? Devan. So they do worship the gods. So what is God here? So God means that a given aspect of the totality presented in a given form. Remember this. A given aspect of the totality presented in a given form is called God. That's why we have multi-million gods, because the totality can be presented in multi-million ways. That's why we don't believe in one God. It's wrong. One God is a notion. It is a conclusion. But we believe in only God. However, second point is being highlighted. Rajasaha, you can bring yajante. Rajasaha yajante yaksha rakshamsi. So that means those who are rajasic people, they worship yaksha and raksha. You say, what is this yaksha and raksha? We don't understand you. What is this? How many of you do Kubera Lakshmi Puja? Do you do the Kubera Lakshmi Puja or not? Hey, all the ladies go crazy, okay? Especially in Tamil Nadu, okay? All over India, don't worry. Who is Kubera? So Kubera is basically a yaksha. So Kubera Lakshmi Puja is very important, including in Badrinarayana temple that is nearby. There is a Kubera place. So you are supposed to, when you go to Badrinath, you are supposed to carry some especially coins or gold coin, whatever. And in that particular place, you have to keep it, bring it, and again take it back. And it is believed if you touch this thing and again take it back and keep it in a proper place, the money multiplies. So if really this happens, all the priests need not run behind any pilgrimage. So they should do only every day, put and put it back, put and put it back. Anyway, the point is here that those who are rajasic, they worship yakshas and rakshas. So basically, they look for wealth, power, positions. So those who will take care of that, they worship that. Then the third one says very nicely, what? Anye tamasa jana. The remaining, the other tamasic people, yajante, worship whom? Pretan cha bhutagana. So they worship ghosts and spirits. It's amazing. So they are called tamasic people. In fact, there was a Baba who worshipped this Bhuta Preta and finally he became God. And I have seen personally many cases, these tantric people especially, they do have ghosts with them. And through them, they do many things. Like, for example, if I can have one ghost with me, so I can, make you to dream of me. Oh, Swamiji, I'm sorry. Do this, do that. All these things are possible, okay? Then you can say, Swamiji, without that, you are doing it, okay? Please don't do that, okay? And I have also seen many cases, I don't want to get into. There's another area altogether. That how these ghosts and spirits they do many things for you and for others, whether good or bad, don't ask, okay? Most of the time, bad. That's why this is my personal observation, even though it is karma is there, no doubt in it, previous life karma, technically, but still how it happens, this is my personal observation. Those who are into Tantra, their last life becomes more painful and miserable. Inevitably, that I have seen it. However, let us not get into too much because our topic is here what? Sattva, Raja, and Tamas. So now, when these are there, so that means what? The first, you can see the object of worship. Now, when object of worship highlights, if I worship gods, now I come under Sattva. If I worship Yaksha Raksha, means power, position, money, all these things related to that, mainly insecurities. So the first one you can say, if I'm looking for my growth. That's why Mamopata Samasta Durita Kshetwara Sri Parameshwara Prityartham. Whatever I am doing for to please the Ishvara, the totality, means even with the universal law. If you want to put, secular translation. This is called secular translation, okay? And how it can happen? Whatever things I have done, whatever wrong things I have done, let that impact come down. Because unless and until whatever I have done wrong, those impacts are lesser in me, in my life, definitely I cannot tune myself with the universal law. I cannot do anything for the sake of pleasing the Ishvara, Parameshwara. Always I will do everything to please me. So pleasing me means what? My likes and dislikes, my preferences, mostly either Rajasic or Tamasic. And here also is being highlighted that when I start
doing puja mainly. Of course, puja can be extended to any action later on, okay? But we are sticking to puja here. Because yajante, don't translate, oh, doing any other things. This is called another type of, translation, wrong translation. Now, here, all these things are completely depend upon this verse. You can understand the three aspects. See, for God, definitely the mode of worship has to be sattvic. Even though sometimes we do take differently. For example, sake, I'm saying it. Just astrological point I'm trying to highlight. Suppose there is some Rahu and Mangala dosha in the chart. We have many things in top. So you have to worship, you have to take care of Vishnu. So Vishnu is what? Sattvic deity. But this Rahu is not is a Asura. Now this is a big problem. So what is to be done? So there the mode of worship changes. It's an amazing concept. So we have to take care of Rahu through Vishnu. So what is to be done? The mode of worship, what is being done? So we are supposed to give Madira, alcohol to Vishnu, which is dead against. You cannot. You are not supposed to. It's not allowed. So what is to be done? Technically is being done. Two things. We add some karpuram, the camphor, on this coconut water, tender coconut water. And we offer. Or that too, the tender coconut water will be on, the vessel will be this brass vessel. So if tender coconut is on the brass vessel, in the brass vessel for long time, automatically some small fermentation will happen. And sometimes we say you cannot offer to the deity. So what need to be done is offer on the tree called Aswatha Vriksha. So don't ask me what is Aswatha, okay? We have seen already in 15th chapter. So can you see how this is being designed? So this Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic also is being determined combinations based on that what? Object of worship, mode of worship and motive behind worship. So when one understands these three, I'm sure we'll be able to change one's own self. More of it we'll see. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.